there, I'm Fernanda, and in this video I'm going to take you step by step through how to pack for a 2-week trip in a carry-on suitcase. The very first thing you want to do, and please do not skip this step as obvious as it may sound, but you want to check the weather of your destination. You want to make sure that you're prepared for whatever it is that you need to bring. You want to know if it's going to rain, if the nights are going to be significantly cooler than the days, because this will affect what you need to pack. The second thing you want to assess is whether you will have access to doing laundry or whether you will even want to do laundry during your vacation before you start packing. The approach that I'm about to show you will work in either scenario, but it will affect how much you actually need to pack. You will see why in a minute. Based on your answers to the previous 2 questions, now you're ready to move on to step number 3, which is to build a miniature capsule wardrobe. A capsule wardrobe is a small curated collection of clothes that mix and match very well with each other and that have you covered for many different occasions. It is the easiest way to make sure that you're covered for anything that your vacation presents without having to plan specific outfits for every specific occasion and then being caught off guard if something changes. Here's how you do it. You're gonna follow my capsule wardrobe formula. It goes like so: 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This means you're gonna pack 5 tops, 4 bottoms, 3 layers, 2 pairs of shoes, and 1 special item. And the key thing here is to make sure that every bottom works with at least 2 of the tops that you're gonna select. The easiest way that I have found for me to visually see that this is going to work is to just lay all of my items flat out, like so. I am going to be packing this capsule wardrobe as if I did not have access to laundry for the 2 weeks, so I am going to expand it a little bit. This does take into account that I would be wearing each item at least twice before washing it, which is perfectly fine to do unless you get extremely dirty, extremely sweaty, or your clothes actually smell. But you know you and you know how your clothes react, so I leave that up entirely to your discretion. Just expand your capsule accordingly. I am going to add 1 item per category to expand to a 20-piece capsule wardrobe. I do recommend you do this first, starting with a 15 and then expanding 1 item per category as you go, because it is much easier than starting to build something of a 20-piece capsule and making sure it all works out. Just trust me on this one. And finally, for clothing, we can't forget to lay out enough underwear and socks for 14 days. I personally like to keep all of my undergarments corralled together in a packing cube, which I will have linked in the description box below for you. And if you're getting value out of this video so far, go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up. Now that you've laid out all of your clothes, you can move on to step 4, which is to pack your toiletries. I personally recommend that you keep a pre-packed bag of all of your toiletries at the ready so that whenever you go on any trip, you can just grab it, toss it in your bag, and be ready to go. I do have a video on mine. It's pretty old, but in case you want to check it out, I will leave it linked for you in the cards. Something I recommend everybody keep in their toiletry kit is laundry detergent, regardless of whether you think you're going to be doing laundry or not. Because in the event of any emergency, you're prepared and you can easily hand wash something in a sink. The good news is that it comes in either liquid or solid form. I personally prefer the solid form because it quickly dissolves in water and it doesn't make a mess. I like to keep a list of all of the things that I usually bring with me whenever I go on any trip so that when I'm packing, I can quickly reference that list and make sure that I'm not forgetting anything important. In this case, I did make you a free downloadable packing guide that includes said checklist. So if you're interested in getting that, make sure to click the link in the description box below. Once you have all of your toiletries laid out, then you can move on to step number 5. And here you're going to lay out everything additional that you might need to bring. This is going to be very personal, so you want to make sure you build the list yourself. Mine, for example, includes my hair straightener, my Kindle, chargers for all of my devices, headphones, passports, those kinds of things. So build a list and make sure you include those items. And remember, this is minimalist packing, so unless you really need something, don't bring it. No maybes here, better to leave it behind. And while we're at it, leave me a comment below of the weirdest items that you usually travel with. Some people travel with tea, their dogs, their blankies. I, for example, usually bring a travel yoga mat. So let me know what your oddest item is in the comments below. Once you have everything you're gonna bring laid out, then and only then can you move on to step number 6, which is to put everything into your suitcase. Trust me on this one, it is much easier to fit everything in and play Tetris with your stuff once you have everything laid out. The first thing you want to do is to pull from these clothes your travel outfit. Yes, from these clothes, whatever it is that you're gonna wear at the airport or in the car. Usually I like to pick the bulkiest items so that I'm not wasting that space in my suitcase. If in addition to your carry-on suitcase, you're also bringing either a purse or a backpack, make sure to pack that first for 2 reasons. First, you'll make sure you have everything at the ready that you actually need handy. And second, this will prevent you from putting in all of the spillovers that didn't fit into your carry-on suitcase and making it too heavy. When it comes to putting everything inside of my carry-on suitcase, I prefer to do it by starting with the clothes. And contrary to rolling them, I actually prefer to lay them out flat. I find that they take up less space this way and they also wrinkle less. And when it comes to shoes, I always put them inside of a shoe bag. That way I can keep all of my clothes clean, even if my shoes are a little bit dirty. If everything you laid out doesn't fit onto your carry-on luggage, you have 3 options. First, you can leave some things out. Second, you can get a slightly larger carry-on. They do come in different sizes. The one that I am showing is the largest possible one that most airlines allow. Or third, you can bring a larger suitcase, which I usually don't recommend. Usually, taking things out is the solution, but if you have a carry-on on the smaller size, you can get one slightly larger for very inexpensive. I'm a huge fan of shopping at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Century 21 for luggage because you can get really high quality stuff at a fraction of the cost and a very affordable price. I will leave some linked for you in the description box below. And a quick note on carry-on luggage. I personally don't like the butterfly style. I find that those are more difficult to fit everything into and they don't expand as well because the case tends to be a little bit harder. I prefer the ones that have one flap at the very, very top that you can like generally sit on and close it if you need to because those tend to be a little bit more forgiving. This, by the way, is the exact same method I have used to pack for trips that are either a month long or even longer. The only difference is that in addition to planning on doing laundry, I also plan to restock my toiletries at some point while I'm at my destination. But other than that, the exact same method works. Don't forget to get your free downloadable checklist in the link in the description box below because I promise you this will make the next time you're packing for a trip such a breeze and so much easier. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you want to be notified the next time I post new videos. And if you're new to this whole capsule wardrobe thing and it's kind of blowing your mind a little bit, then make sure to check out this video next where I show you how to put together a capsule wardrobe for everyday life if you're a true beginner. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Bye.